I am Jim Lorenz. I am the director of the show that we're doing at Indian River. We're doing Annie Jr.
My name is Amy Morse. I'm the director of music at Mascoma, and I direct the musicals in the winter season.
Doing theater, whether it's a straight play or a musical, really requires students to take a lot of initiative and force them to pay attention to schedules, what their time frame is going to be, how much time they have to get a particular task done. It helps them to see what a process entails from the first time we sit down and just read through, and of course some of them struggle with just the act of reading, but by the end of it they're reciting the lines fluently, and then it's also to be able to get into the whole literature aspect, understanding different if there's foreshadowing that happens in the show. I mean, these are all things that they teach in language arts, and they get to actually see it and feel it happening when they're on stage.
So a musical it's a complex format, right? We have dancing, singing, and acting, but we also have a technical crew that needs to work behind the stage to make sure that all of those things happen in time. And so, music's there when it's supposed to be, or the lights turn on and off, and so forth. So there's not only the role of an actor, a performer on stage, but there's people in the back that are also contributing to that overall production. And not just backstage, but in the booth and controlling stuff. So we have actors, we have stage managers that are both students, we have a regular head stage manager and then an assistant. We have students running the light board, students running sound, and then we have what we call our running crew, which is kids that are moving things on stage and off stage. And we have students that work on prop design, costumes, makeup. So there's lots of areas that we need help and support in that they're not always seen. Sometimes you're back, behind the scenes.
Just seeing them go from unfamiliar all the way up through feeling like they have a pretty good idea of what it takes to put together a show. And then those 7th and 8th graders who have done it so many times help to sort of set the standard of expectation for the kids who are just starting.
Yeah, so there's a really steep learning curve with musical theater, and that's why I really love that genre, because it is appealing to lots of different student types of kids. You can be backstage doing something, creating a prop, and not have to be on the stage, but you're still such an integral part. It's super fun to watch kids kind of embrace that idea of having ownership, but also confidence. When I say to a student, I need you to create an hourglass, and it needs to change color, and it has to be able to take a fall, and all these things, it becomes like it's science as well as construction, and there's math involved. And it's really cool to watch them go from, I don't know if I could do that, to look what I made, and then for them to see it out on stage and being used. And there's a lot of, it's very project based. If I say to somebody, can you come back with this, and I need the color to be this way, and I need it to be able to function with one hand versus, a flip switch or something. It's back and forth with me having conversations about design, which is really empowering.